Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to show you how to install an ice maker box in a tiny house. One of the big problems with most tiny houses is that they don't have a basement. And generally, you run a lot of stuff in your basement. Your water lines, your propane lines, your electrical. So this is our kitchen for this tiny house. And we need to get water. The water comes in right here. We need to get it to the other side where the refrigerator is located. And that's easier said than done. The light in here is not that great, but I don't want to turn on the temporary lights, so it is what it is. There's the water coming in, and we're going to have a sink unit right here that has all of the filters and a whole bunch of stuff mounted underneath it. And we're going to run a main line through here, a 3/4 inch line. That's this right here. And over here, we're going to tap into it for a 1/2 inch line. And then I need to come up and over and then down and then across and over to here. I've got this pre-drilled, but I'm not 100% sure that this one's going to work. This will definitely work. So I want to come through here, put an elbow in, come over, and then down to the outlet box. Yeah, this is mounted upside down from the normal mounting. Usually you're going to have water coming up from the basement and connected right to here. But in our case, well, I could go down and then over and then back up, but then you would trap water in the lines. And we need to be able to empty these lines out when this place is not being used. We need to drain the water system. So, without further ado, like I said, I got a few holes drilled. Let's see if we can run some line from there up over to here. All right, I drilled this at a steep angle, and then I drilled this at an angle as well. Hopefully I can get those two to line up, and then I can run the PEX over to the front edge of the stud and then down into this area. We'll worry about connecting it to the main line a little bit later. I just want to get it up and over and to that outlet box. So we'll start right here. We're going to need to be in front of the wire, well, right at the front edge, because this is only a 2x4 wall, and in really cold weather we don't want this thing freezing up. So let's start running it and see what happens. I haven't run a lot of this stuff through holes like wiring like this, so I don't know exactly how flexible it is. Okay, that's working. It's a little stiff, but it's working. I'm gonna have to go grab that top end and pull it down. I could probably just put a screw. Oh, you're not going to be able to see what I'm pointing at. We're going to dig into the insulation real soon. So it's just me working on this. Oh, I guess I can get the step stool over here and push with this. Everything in a tiny house is harder to do. That is about how I want it to go. I think I'll strap it to the wood here. Alright, a little bit more. Yeah, I don't know if I need, I'll probably put an elbow in right here, here, and here. 3 elbows. Alright. This is plenty fine for a gentle bend. I need to pull more through here. I'm just wondering, I hope I can get my tool, this is the iWis set. I'll put a link to this below in case you're looking for one. It has, I think this is 3/4 with, yeah, 3/4 with nothing in there. And with the 2 inserts in there, you can have 1/2 inch or 3/8. And we're gonna want 1/2 inch. But I would just like to see, yeah, I can go way out to here and put that elbow on, and then yeah, this is gonna be a little dicey, but I think I can do it. What I would do, or what I'm going to do, is put a piece of PEX through this hole right here, put one side of the elbow on right here, and then connect it over here as best I can. And then if I have an issue with it, I can just cut it off and try it again. Yeah, I really need to get this hooked up and leak tested before we start putting the walls on. I just need to get a fitting on here, but I need to figure out the exact fitting that I want to use. I have fittings that fit on there, but I'm not sure if I want to use those for a permanent fitting, if you know what I'm talking about. The fitting I have is for a hydrant, and I'm thinking I just want like a shutoff valve, a full gate shutoff valve, and then it has to go back into the wall. Oh, it has to go into the wall right around here somewhere, and then our main line's gonna go across, and then we also have a line going to the outside. Yeah, I'm not going to do any of that in this video. And we have plenty of PEX there, and I have some more across the street. So let me go get a different piece of PEX instead of cutting it off of there, and we'll shove that through here and get a fitting on here and see if that works. I was wrong about the tool. It does 3/8, 1/2 inch, 3/4, and without any of the inserts in there, it does 1 inch. All right, I'll be able to rotate this. This is going to be the difficult one. All right, one, and then we'll we'll do it again from a different angle. And then you test it. This test gauge is not supposed to fit all the way on it. It's got center lines written on it. Those center lines should be in the center of the pipe, and that's exactly what's happening. All right, I've never had a PEX fitting leak yet, and I'm hoping that that doesn't start with this one. I have my copper sleeve on, and like I was saying, this fitting is kind of aiming towards the back, so it's not going to be the easiest to get on. All right, there we go. Ouch. Hard to see what's going on back there, but I think it's exactly right. And again, we want to keep these water lines away from this outside wall. All right, now cut this right here. And we'll put another 90 on here and get the lengths figured out and get these last two joints done. Let's see if you can see that. Oops, wrong one. This line is supposed to be in the center of the pipe. It doesn't go all the way in. And that's how you test to see if you have a good joint. And this one's good. We're going to want this pipe to be a little bit downwards. Oh, it slipped. I'm gonna have to cut this off. Okay, here's what happened. When I was putting the fitting on like this, it slipped, and oh, I don't know, it had maybe 3/16 of an inch showing, and I didn't want to use it like that, so I cut it off, and then I had to cut off this corner as well because it was short and I didn't want to have that bent in there. But while I was doing that, I was thinking, well, why the hell don't I just bend this down to here? I think we got plenty of radius. I think the bend radius on this is like 6 inches, and we have a good 8 inches here. So I'm going to try bending that, cutting it, and if it doesn't seem like it's going to work, I'll take this off. What I did was cut those fittings off, and then you just pop this off. Well, it's not that easy. I'll take a wrench and pop that off and put the elbow back in there if I need it. But I think this is just going to bend right in there and go on there. I just got to make sure that I get my little copper sleeve on there first. I still don't have this box affixed to the wall. We're gonna have to nail that. Yeah, I think that should work just fine. We'll give it a try. We can always put that elbow in there. Maybe. It does seem fairly tight. Let's just put the elbow back in there. Seems like I've done this before. Alright. And what happened was, after I crimped it, it looked like that. It probably wouldn't have leaked, but don't want to take that chance. Okay. Looking good. Now I'm going to fasten it right there and over there, and I'm going to leave enough slack in here so that it isn't kinked anywhere, and then we'll just pull this loop down to the floor. I'm not sure if it's going to be the next video or not. I have to figure out how this water is going to go, but like I said, I got to put water going to the outside and the water going to the next addition. I got to connect those to the main line here, and then at that time I'm going to tap this line into that main line right over here. That's going to be a little bit more involved than this, and that'll be in its own video. So I'm going to use 1/2-inch EMT straps. They make little fittings for these, but the 1/2-inch EMT straps fit perfect, and I use them for other stuff as well. So let me get, I think at least 2 of them up there, and then it doesn't need anything down here. And at some later date, it's going to get fastened to the stud like that, but I'm going to have to put some foam between this and the wall. So we'll do all that in the next video. Let me get this strapped up and we'll end this video. I'm not going to do it right now, but each one of these is going to get a plate over it wherever it's through the wall like that. And a couple here, a couple over there. I get one here. And then this 3/4 inch pipe is going to be going straight through the wall over to the addition, and that'll get these on it as well. Same thing with this big heavy power line. We're going to be putting plates here and here. There's going to be a lot of plates on this wall. Yeah, that is looking really good. So without this thing in the package, it'll probably get attached way down here somewhere, but I don't want to do all that before I get it hooked up to this piece of PEX right here. So yeah, that'll be in a different video. They did not have a brass T, 3/4 to half. I picked up a plastic one and I was going to put that in, but now I've decided against that. When I run to town, they should have one in. I have to run to town before I do all this anyway, so I'll see if they have a brass fitting. If they don't, I'll get one from a different store and we'll get some brass in there. I hate to put a plastic fitting in the wall like that. If this was run up in the rafters in a basement, maybe then, but not in a wall. Okay, I need to get some dimensions on this stuff so I can figure out how I'm going to do this valve and how I'm going to configure everything over here. I have to get all of my plumbing in the wall, but I also have to have it detachable so that we can put drywall over this. I'll have to think on it for a bit, and you'll see my solution in a future video. So if you want to see that video or any of the other videos coming up real soon with the tiny house, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.